If you want to hire the best VA for your business, then you need to do this correctly. If you don't do this correctly, then you already set yourself up for failure in finding you the perfect VA. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can create your perfect job brief so that you have so many great candidates applying for your jobs, and so you can find your perfect VA. Now, if you're new to this channel, please support us by pressing the subscribe button so that you could be notified about our videos every single week. Hi, it's Lynn Fedeli here, the founder of Outsourcing Angel, and welcome to our channel. In this channel, we're going to help you build your virtual team and grow a profitable business. Okay, so let's start with the perfect job brief. So give you a bit of a background, once upon a time, I had no idea about how to recruit people. And so I was new to offshoring or trying to find a VA online. And if you don't really know what you're doing, you're gonna get whatever you get, which was not great people. And I still remember the job brief that I used to create. It was like, if I wanted a website, I would have wrote, I need a website built for my business. And it was almost like there was no clear ideas about what I'm looking for or who I want. And so obviously there's so many people that it fitted so many people's profile, people, like all sorts of people were applying for it. So it's like when you're not knowing what you're doing, if you're trying to buy a car and you're just like, I just want any car, it's just gonna be so much harder. You're just gonna be going out trying to find, go to all these different car dealers and not really knowing which one you want. But if you're clear on what you want, like I want a luxury car with 4 doors and it needs to be able to do this and that, you're going to be able to find a better car. Okay, so when it comes to a virtual assistant, same wise. You need to really know number one, what task do you really want help with? You don't want just a VA for the VA's sake, just to want help. It's like you need to be clear, like what help do you need? So what are the things in your business that you either can't do at all, don't enjoy doing, don't have time to do, or just prefer not doing? But most importantly, really look at the tasks that is going to add most value to you. Don't just hire someone for the sake of having some help that isn't going to really generate you more money. I recommend looking at tasks that directly affecting your lead generation or sales and marketing sort of work, because obviously when you get more help in that area, you're going to be able to generate more profit for your business. So think about the tasks that you're currently doing that you want help with. Now, when you think of tasks, don't just summarize it as this category like social media. Like what kind of things within social media do you want help with? Because maybe at the beginning you want to be focusing on strategies and maybe you want to handle the LinkedIn things, but you want someone to help with Instagram and just starting with content or whatever it is. Just be clear on what part of social media do you want, because there is ads, there is other things to do with social media. You want to be clear on what you want so that you could find that perfect person that already has those skills. Now, the next thing you need to look for is what skill set do you want? So depending on what the task that you're doing, you need to determine the hard skill sets that they need to have. So any technical skills, any experience in certain industry or fields that you need them to have, as well as the soft skills. So what kind of personality are you looking for? What kind of culture fit? What's your culture like? Who you're looking for in terms of, like I said, personality and attitude. Because honestly, the soft skills is actually even more important. Sure, you want them to have the main skill set that you're looking for in that task, but what you're really looking for is someone that that you can like and trust and seem to be hardworking and fit your culture, because hard skills can always be learned, but the soft skills is a little bit too hard to try to manage or try to change someone. Okay, so the advantage of having, being able to hire people from overseas is you have pools of candidates from all over the world. And so you can actually have the privilege of choosing ones that actually have experience in certain software that you use. Let's just say you're looking for social media, but you want someone that's experienced in using Hootsuite or Planoly or something that that you really want. You can ask for that because you really save the time of them trying to learn that software. If you're using sort of CRM systems, specify that it's going to be this particular CRM. Obviously, a lot of CRMs are similar, they can always learn, but if it is a must for you, if the CRM that you use that is quite technical and you just want to get straight into them knowing how to use it straight away without having to train too much, then this is your opportunity to really clearly state what software do they need to be familiar with. And now, if you're looking for someone to work for you part-time or full-time, let them know what time you want them to be at work. Obviously, when you're working with overseas people, you want to be a little bit considerate because their time zone's a little bit different. So try to find a time that is not way too early for them, like not 3 or 4 in the morning for them, but it's early enough that you know that they can still wake up maybe 7 or 8 a.m. and it's like 10, 11 a.m. your time, let's say. Or let's say if you're over in America or somewhere else and not in Australia and not close to countries in Asia, you might want to choose certain times that overlap with them. So you might want to be, making sure that they can available for a certain amount of hours while you're at work, and those other hours, as long as they've got the instructions, they can sort of work autonomously. That's the word. So just be clear on what kind of time do you want, because it's hard to work with someone if you are just giving them any time to turn up because you don't really know if they're working or not. It's always good to have some sort of certainty about the hours of work, even though those hours might be, maybe you might have at least 4 hours of work that is fixed and then the other 4 hours you're flexible as long as they get the work done. It's up to you, but still have some sort of routine. And finally, my tip for you is, what are the must-haves in this role? So sometimes clients come to us and say, I want someone that's great at website development, can do Google AdWords, can do graphic design, and they want this Superman that's going to come in and do everything for them. Unfortunately, those kind of people don't exist. And if they do, they're not great at everything that you're looking for. So you really need to think about what are the must-have skill set in that role and what are the preferred, like, look, they must have this, but I prefer if they can do this, but it's not a, deal breaker. And at the end of the day, like I said, you can always upskill them further, but just really think about what the must-haves are. But the great thing about working with us is we can tell you if certain skill sets that you want from one person is too much to us, because we've been in it for so long that we know, like, usually a great web developer might not be really good at graphics. They might be able to only do basic graphics. If you want someone really creative and can come up with great design, they might have basic web development skills, but they might not really know how to build custom websites really well. Occasionally you might find someone, but it's just super, super hard. So, but like I said, we have that expertise and knowledge, and we can actually help to guide you if you were unsure about how to, whether someone can do all those tasks. But then again, in this video, I've shared with you tips that you can go and try to recruit yourself. But if you really want to save time, of course, you can come to us. Now, just wanted to wrap it up and say that what are the things? You need to know the task. If you want to write this down as well, because it's important. If you want to learn something, if you don't write it down, you'll forget. So, write it down as I'm mentioning it. So you need to know the task. You need to think about the skill set. You need to think about the software that they may need to use. You need to think about the time zone that they may need to work. And you need to think about the must-haves and the preferred. So note down the comments as a way for you to write it down, and you'll stick to your memory a lot more. Now, thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions at all, let me know. And if you have tried to recruit online before and things didn't go well, what happened? Love to hear in the comments below. Oh, I nearly forgotten. Now, if you want a full guide on everything about outsourcing, you would want to download our roadmap. So in the description below, you'll see a landing page for you to download our Outsourcing Angel roadmap. It's got everything that you need to know about outsourcing, so feel free to download it. And thank you so much for watching. And if you would love to support us, please subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you again next week.